Hello, ladies and gentle fish. My name is Mark Roden. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a little something with the 350z. First of all, I want to say that I have officially mastered manual transmission and how to drive it. It actually took me a lot shorter than I thought. It took me around 5 days to get the hang of it. Now, keep in mind, guys, I still stall. I can't start on hills. I'm still terrified of starting on hills. All that stuff I'm not that good at, but I do know how to shift and do all that stuff correctly. And so at this point, I'm just going to teach myself the rest instead of bothering John, because I've been bothering him like literally every day to come help me drive a car, and I just feel bad for doing that. But as you guys know, my car, this is a little update and also like a fix, I guess, of my car. First of all, I'm going to put in the content, the videos, that's what I was looking for, the videos of me driving the car on my own right now. Alrighty guys, so here we go. Seatbelt on. Clutch is in neutral. Parking brake is off right now because I just took it off. First gear. Put it in neutral, let it just coast down this hill. Off the clutch for right now. Let it just coast, baby. Let it coast, baby. Alright. Well, I should let it coast a little bit more. Okay. Here goes nothing, guys. All alone. Kind of scared, but it's alright. Little bucky, but I'm on the road. That's good. All right, doing good so far, I feel. Yeah, mainly just worried about like starting on any hills. Like if there's a hill around here somewhere. Well, I know the road and I know the route I'm gonna take, and there's no hills where I want to go. So I should be good. It's definitely not the noise of my exhaust. I always think that noise, that like grinding noise, is my exhaust, but it's definitely not, because it like turns on at 2000. I always go do a little pull over that bridge. It's always so much fun. You do it. You're such a Bet your bottom dollar I'm waiting until this light turns green. I'm not gonna try and pull out in front of anybody. Screw that. Yeah, I just gotta go up that way. So there we go. Alright, so that's it for right now, guys, but this video isn't done. I'm gonna film it another day with like John or something. This is just me driving to my friend's house. So I just wanted to show you guys that I can drive it by myself now. So that's it for part one. So yeah, so that's me driving the car all by myself. But today we actually ran into another problem. So as you guys know, when I first bought this car, it had a limp mode issue, meaning that the car wouldn't go over 2,500 RPMs. We didn't know why. We were checking everything that they had already checked. We were like, this is weird. If they already checked this stuff and they fixed it, how come it's still happening? But then we came to the realization that the only thing that they didn't check, because it's too complicated for them, was wiring. And so we started checking wiring, and sure enough, what happened was there was a bad connection to the ECU with one of the wires, and it caused the whole car to go down into limp mode because that wire went to the MAF sensor, which made the MAF sensor think, oh, something's going wrong. And so we reconnected that wire correctly, and sure enough, it fixed the issue. But now that I've been driving the car, I've only been really driving it in the daytime, right? And every time I drove it in the daytime, we would get on it, me and my friend would get on the car really heavy, and then it would drive normally. It would drive how it should have. And so then, like I said, I took it out myself. I was like, I'm going to hang out with my friends tonight. I want to show all my friends the car. And so that's what I did. I took it out on my own, and I showed all my friends the car. This was nighttime, and when I was driving it back home, I had to get on the highway, and I got on the highway a little bit, and of course I gave her a little beans. I gave her a little juice. I unfortunately didn't record that, so I can't show you that, but I gave her the beans, and sure enough, what happens? My car is driving normal, right? Until I get to 4,000 RPMs. Once I get to 4,000 RPMs, the car will like slowly bog down, very slowly. It's like, and it won't climb. The top speed, I had pedal to the metal in 6th gear on a straightaway going down a slight hill on a highway, pedal to the metal 6th gear, and it was going 90 miles an hour, stuck at 4,000 RPMs. Another limp mode kind of issue. It was another throttle issue. And I was like, what the hell could this be? I looked up everything, and everybody was telling me, oh, check this, check that. I have no codes on my car except for an emissions code. And I was like, what in the world could it possibly be? Lo and behold, this one article I find says, hey, I'm having this problem where my car is driving really weirdly. He had the 350Z. He's like, he said the exact same problem as my car. And I was like, that's the exact same problem. What the world? And so I was like, and so then I looked at the replies, and this one guy goes, check your taillights. As crazy as that sounds, check your taillights. If they're wired incorrectly, or if they have a weird LED in them, that could be your issue. And so I was like, you know what? It's an easy way to check it. Why not check it? So I got John. We went out on the highway and we floored it. Here's the video of us testing it. It's on my phone, so it's going to be a little bad. But here's a video of us testing it. This is exactly what happened. All right, so like this is a run with the lights on. Go ahead. This is pedal to the metal.
See, it wants to go.
It wants to go, but it won't. It's stuck at 60. Now turn them off. It immediately picks up. Immediately picks up. So as you can see, for some reason, these taillights are causing my car to just lose power after 4,000 RPMs. Now, I don't know why, but a lot of people are saying that if it has LEDs in it, aftermarket LEDs that are weird, and this one does, as you can see, this is not the normal taillight. It's like a bunch of little different lights in there, and that's silver. So obviously to light them up to be red, you have to use a red LED, which is not the stock LED, it's an aftermarket LED. So most likely that's the issue, is that this aftermarket LED is causing the car to lose power for some reason. And so what I'm gonna do today is literally just check that. I'm just gonna take this taillight off real quick. It's 2 bolts. I'm gonna take this taillight off, disconnect the taillight on both sides, obviously, and then drive the car without the taillights connected, turn on the lights, see if it still happens. If it still happens, it's a wiring issue. If it doesn't still happen, then it's the LEDs causing the problem. Okay, so the bolts are off. The taillight should just come right out now. Unfortunately on this one though, I have to kind of pick up and get it You know what? I think I'm gonna have to get this one off actually, because I think that's a bolt. Oh yeah, it is, and it's very loosely on there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get that off too. But this side is off then. And literally it's so simple, it just comes right off like this. And there's the wiring. That's what I need to disconnect real quick. And it already kind of looks like this is a problem actually, because it would appear as so that these wires look to be very terribly corroded. Yeah, those are disgusting wires. So I'm gonna disconnect these real quick, put the taillights back in. If this doesn't solve the issue, I still have to have my headlights installed right now. So that could also be the issue, but hopefully not. We'll see. Because the headlights are also aftermarket, so we'll I almost dropped it. But anyway, yeah, I just gotta take these off, which are always such a pain to get off. I hate sensors and plugs and connectors and all that, but whatever. I'll get them off real quick and then put this back in. Same with that side, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so taillight is completely unplugged. Literally just this connector, and then this little thing pulls right out. You don't even have to press anything on that one. This one is a little press, like little clip that you have to press down on. I'm just gonna leave them in here for right now, since I don't really care if these get a little bad anyway, since they already are. But you definitely don't want to keep these in here for too long, especially if you're gonna be driving it like during the rain, just like that. A lot of water can get in there, you can short it out. But I'm not driving it during the rain or anything like that, so it's not that big a deal. It's not supposed to rain. I hope it's not supposed to rain, but anyway, just gotta put them back on now for real quick. I already did this side. This side's already taken off. I just gotta put the bolts back in, and yeah, we'll be on the way. Alrighty, so taillights are back in, all tied down. Now I just gotta go drive it. I gotta find a straightaway that's straight enough to, you know, feel and see if it's still pulling or not. Guys, I highly recommend, if you have a problem like this and you need to test your taillights, make sure your taillights are okay. Just do it with precautionary measures for sure. It's dangerous driving without taillights. When I'm about to brake, if there's somebody behind me and I'm gonna brake, or if I want to turn left or turn right, they won't see that. And so you have to keep that in mind when you're doing something like this. I just wanted to get that out there. Just be careful, all right? Because what I'm about to do is stupid in the grand scheme of things, but I'm going to Mexico, so there's no laws over there. Obviously, that was dangerous, guys. I went very fast on a public road. Don't do that, but I just wanted to show you guys that it's running how it should right now. I plugged the taillights back in again, and now it's running good again. My lights are off, and it's running okay. I will give you guys, that was not full throttle, but it was pretty damn close, and so it was obviously climbing very, very fast. I'll give you guys another run when I get on a more straight road, and a more like nice road, where it isn't like houses and stuff, with my lights on, to show you guys the actual problem. So when I turn my lights on, I guarantee the problem is going to come back. Alright guys, so this is going to be a run, headlights on. This is going to be a run with the headlights on. I'm going to give it the same amount of throttle. Bear with me for a second though, because I got to find a straightaway. That's pretty much like full throttle. That was pretty much full throttle, and it was only going up to like 4,500 RPMs. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's obviously something wrong with it. I'll do it one more time when I'm not going up a hill to show you guys. Hey y'all, it's me again. I just took it out for a spin. The problem is now, after I disconnected the taillights, the problem is now happening even when I don't have my lights on. So I think it made it worse disconnecting the taillights, which isn't a good thing. But I'm gonna put them back in and see if the problem turns off without them on. I don't know what I'm going for here. I'm gonna put them back in though, see if the problem goes away. And then I'll film it for you guys so you guys can understand that part of it, and then we'll go from there.